Flying Giants crew, this is Mark Leisberg coming at you. Time to talk rolling like a mofo, rolling Harrier to be more specific. This maneuver has taken me over 4 years and about 5,000 sim hours to perfect, so don't get discouraged when you try this maneuver, because when you think you have it and everything is going well, try it in the opposite direction for a humbling experience. Okay, we're going to slow the show time up here in beginning the rolling Harrier. Rather than go through the basics and giving you a full right aileron, left rudder, down stick, right rudder, look at the rhythm of the sticks. It is critical to start with a slow roll rate, then progressively increase the rate in the transmitter. As you can see in the video, the aileron is pinned throughout the maneuver on the transmitter. Start slow with 90 degrees of the rolling circle, then progressively increase to 360 degrees. You will learn timing during this. Remember to be patient. Timing is everything. As we slow down the 260, it's important to note that both rudder and elevator are being used all the way throughout the turn. This keeps the model on a very linear axis rather than just using elevator for the turn or just using rudder for the turn. You have to use both elevator and rudder in order to coordinate and make a linear action throughout the maneuver. One of the most difficult things about the rolling Harrier is the last 90 degrees of the circle. You've already gotten through 180, 270, but for some reason people just can't make it past that extra 90 degrees. Why? Why can't I do it? It's because you're afraid of crashing, and it's because you don't trust your rhythm. Trust your rhythm. You've learned it, you understand it, go out and trust it. It will come around, you will do it properly. Now I know you're probably looking at the showtime thinking, man, I'll never ever get to that speed. Well, don't keep that as your goal. Slow your airplane down. It could be a showtime, it could be a 260, it can be an extra, any size, any shape. It doesn't matter. You will see slow and small fractional power changes throughout the maneuver. All that those power changes are there to do is to keep that airplane at a predetermined critical angle of attack and make it stay there. The power changes are for ascending and descending in the maneuver. Remember that when you first learned the slow roll or the point roll, you didn't start with 90 degrees, 180, 270, 360. You started with knife edge and you flew knife edge for a while. It's the same thing with the rolling Harrier. Work on 90 degrees, then 180, then 270, then 360. Just remember that it's all timing. Start with one airplane that you're comfortable with. Maintain a little bit further aft center of gravity. It does help. As you can see from the introduction to the video, the model has extremely high rates, especially in the ailerons, over 45 degrees. I don't really necessarily use a lot of high rate in the rudder and elevator. That's why the airplane maintains its linear axis. You could draw a string straight through the nose of the airplane from the spinner, center of thrust, all the way to the tail. The goal is to not break the axis on the model. Do whatever it takes to keep that particular axis. As you'll notice on my rolling Harriers, the angle of attack is a lot shallower than most. That shallower angle of attack allows me to have a much higher roll rate than most. That'll eventually turn into the higher roll rate and rolling loop because that's all the rolling loop is. It's just a rolling Harrier turned on its side. The rolling Harrier can be the most difficult thing in the world to learn. But it's one of those type of maneuvers that you cannot instruct and you really cannot tell people how to do. You can give them the basics. You do not learn these things in a day. So be patient, learn it, and make videos of it. Have people analyze your videos, see what you did wrong, see what you did right. This is Mark Leisberg with theflyinggiants.com. I hope it's helped you and as much as it's been fun for me. Anyway, I gotta go fly an airplane. See ya!